Wiseheart Saves the Dawn. Once upon a time, a very long time ago, there lived a young Indian boy who was both smart and kind, and who longed to make the world a better place for his people. His name was Wiseheart, and he belonged to the Cahto Indian tribe, which lived in what is now northern California, the northernmost part of California. The world in which Wiseheart lived was cold and barren, with few plants or trees. During the day, his world was gloomy and grim, lit by only a faint, dim light that seemed to come from very far away. At night, his world was always cloaked in deep darkness, a darkness that was broken only by the campfire and the torches which the elders alone were allowed to carry. Wiseheart knew that the world had not always been such a dark, gloomy place. Sometimes, as his tribe huddled around the campfire at night, the elders, the elderly people in the tribe, told stories, ancient stories, of a time when a bright light they called the sun had warmed the world during the day, while its distant relatives, the moon and stars, had filled the night. Wiseheart had also seen the ancient tribal cave paintings, caves where Native Americans had painted designs, and he had seen those. And these showed a world filled with the bright light of the sun and with towering trees and plants. Whenever Wiseheart or the other children asked the elders how the world had lost its sun, moon, and stars, the elders would become quiet and warn the children not to ask such questions. One night, while Wiseheart slept, he dreamed of the beautiful sun-filled world that he had seen in the cave paintings. There were blue skies, trees laden, covered with delicious fruit, and smaller plants with fragrant flowers. Then in his dream, he heard the sound of a fiercely shrieking wind, and the sun suddenly seemed to be torn from the sky, leaving only a dim glow in its wake. Wiseheart woke from his dream, troubled and unable to fall back asleep. When the dim light of day returned, Wiseheart cautiously approached the oldest and most respected of the elders, a stooped old man named Running Water. The boy recounted his dream and asked the old man if he knew what had happened to the sun so many years before. But first, Running Water scolded the boy and warned him not to wonder about such things. Finally, however, seeing the boy's determination to know the truth, Running Water relented. He told the boy that many years before, an evil spirit had become jealous of the brilliance and warmth of the sun and had stolen it from the sky and hidden it in a deep canyon on the far side of the world. The evil spirit had also stolen the moon and stars and hidden them away as well, so that the humans would not have enough light to be able to search for the sun and free it from its captor. It's too dark to do that. From that day on, Running Water explained, the world had been dimly lit. Bound with thick ropes to a giant boulder, the sun could make only a few of its rays reach above the edge of the deep canyon. All that day, Wiseheart thought about Running Water's words. He watched his people as they struggled to survive by eating the few fish in the stream and the few small plants on the hillsides. By the time darkness fell, Wiseheart had made a decision. He would journey across the mountains to the far side of the world. He would find the deep canyon where the evil spirit was holding the sun, moon, and stars, and somehow he would free them. That, he decided, was how he would help make the world better for his people. Early the next morning, Wiseheart secretly set out for the distant mountains, carrying only a skin of water, some dried fish, and a sharp knife.
What skin?
Skin from an animal, maybe from a deer, right? So the Native Americans, when they would hunt and they would kill an animal like a deer, they would use every part of it. So they would use the meat to eat. They'd cook the meat and eat it, but they would use the skins to make a skin to carry water in. As he traveled, Wiseheart asked the kind spirits of his people to help him, and they did. Guided by a fierce and powerful eagle and thousands of fireflies, Wiseheart found his way through the steep, dark mountain range. A sure-footed mountain goat, we see that in that cover picture, right, led him to the edge of the deep canyon in which the evil spirit was guarding the sun, moon, and stars. Just at that moment, a traveling family of field mice offered to chew through the ropes which bound the sun, moon, and stars, while Wiseheart distracted the evil spirit. Accepting their offer of help, Wiseheart climbed cautiously over the rim, the edge of the canyon, and slowly began to climb down the steep cliff toward the canyon floor below. Just as he reached the bottom, the silence was suddenly pierced by the same sound of shrieking wind that he had heard in his dream.
Was that the wind?
Yeah, it was making the sound. Is it the wind? Or is it?
I think that's him.
You think the evil spirit is making that sound?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think it's like calling him or something.
Calling, or maybe warning him, stay away, right? This is my canyon. Don't you come down here. But off down he goes. The evil spirit, red-faced and shaking with rage, stepped between Wiseheart and the sun, moon, and stars, and demanded to know why the boy had intruded in his canyon. Why are you here? He asked. Before Wiseheart could answer, the evil spirit noticed the boy's water skin and demanded that he be given some water to quench his thirst and to cool his sun-scorched body. In reply, Wiseheart said, "Powerful spirit, I am happy to give you all my water, but first let me add some special herbs which will quench your thirst and cool your sun-scorched body far better than plain water." The evil spirit agreed, and after Wiseheart had added the herbs, which were really sleeping herbs, he drank the water greedily. Soon after, the evil spirit fell sound asleep. Immediately, as if on cue, the family of mice began gnawing through the thick ropes which held the sun, moon, and stars captive.
Is it inside this big net or something?
Well, what are you imagining?
Not just big ropes.
Big ropes, yeah, rather than a whole net, yeah. When they had almost completed their task of gnawing through the ropes, the evil spirit, feeling the heat of the sun's rays as it slowly began to rise because it was finally being freed from being tied to the boulder, the sun finally starts to be able to ascend again.
Rise up inside the morning,
That's right.
come up so that's a big
Yeah, so it's
sun.
just starting to do that. See the light coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Just peeking up, just starting to do that. When the evil spirit feels the heat from the sun and it wakes up, uh-oh, with a piercing shriek, the evil spirit rushed to recapture the sun. Just before he could do so, Wiseheart cut through the remaining fragments of rope with his knife. Remember, that was one of the things he brought with him. It was a good thing, too. With the ends of the rope held tightly in his hands, Wiseheart and the mice sailed into the sky. A short time later, as the sun passed over Wiseheart's village, they all jumped safely into the soft boughs, like these, the soft needles of the tallest fir trees. From there, Wiseheart looked up to see the first and most beautiful sunrise that he would ever see.
In his life?
Why do you think it was the most beautiful sunrise for him?
Because he's never seen the sun before, or never seen like the colors inside the sky before.
Absolutely.
Like pink, red, orange.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Wiseheart returned to his tribe as a hero. The people hailed him as the sun god and thanked him for returning light and warmth to the day and light to the night. Almost immediately, the trees and plants began to grow larger, and the people danced and celebrated in the warmth and brightness of the sun. After several hours, however, the people began to complain. They said, "It's too hot. I'm thirsty." Others complained of feeling tired and of their skin feeling red and sore. Wiseheart,
I think it's because some people got like a sunburn.
I think maybe that was starting to happen. I bet you're right.
Like red shoulders and like pink legs.
And maybe their faces too.
Yeah, I think like a little pinky reddish on
Yeah,
their face.
and getting a little sore. Yeah. Wiseheart was amazed that his gift, which had at first caused so much joy, was now causing so much pain and discomfort. He thought for a moment and then quickly led his tribe to the river's edge. Do you think he has an idea? Let's see what his idea is. There he told his people to drink deeply and to coat their skin with mud from the riverbank. He told them, "The mud will soothe your skin and protect it from the powerful rays of the sun." And they found that he was right. Now Wiseheart was truly a hero. His tribe could now enjoy the sun and all the beauty it gave to the world without being hurt by its powerful rays. Even today, Wiseheart is a hero, for though he did not know it, he had developed the first sunscreen with an SPF of 50 plus.